Oh, absolutely enriched with the education that we need to look after our oceans. We have to, Mzansi. And another thing you got to look after is your body. So you got to feed it. And officially, it is our Friday foodie takeover on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So we're going to be bringing you something seriously comforting on the menu. Listen to this. We've got a delicious sticky short rib mac and cheese. And the only person to show us how it's done, the one and only Sebastian Newman in the building, our food stylist and pastry chef. Bess, how are we doing?
Morning, good, and you?
I'm good, bro, and I'm loving the fact that I have no clue what's going on here. Sticky short rib, mac and cheese. Are you crazy, man?
So you know the days are getting a bit colder now,
Yes, I
right?
can feel that.
And we want that comfort food. And for me, the comfort food, I always describe it as a hug from the inside. So when you're eating it, you're just like, yes, that's a feeling that I want.
Mac and cheese gives me that feel, bro. So how dare you throw some sticky short rib in, and how are you including rib in a meal that we don't really like debone?
So
many questions.
We're gonna take the bone out now. You're not gonna eat the bone.
Okay.
Okay, so the inspiration actually came from a guy on Instagram. His name is King's Cook Official. And what he did was he used oxtail, which is another one of my favorites. And he made this oxtail with the thing. And we were like, you know what, let's make our own version. So let's make our own version.
All right.
We're gonna swap.
Let's dance, let's get moving.
So first things first, gonna put the heat on over here. In winter, what type of foods do you like eating?
Bro, I'm weirdly like vibing with the soups, eh?
Oh.
So I'm like a soup connoisseur with like lots of bread and just dipping and dunking. I had potato and leek the other day, so very much into my soups. And then also from the cultural side, I'm a stew kind of guy.
Oh, yes.
Greedy stews.
A tomato, oh.
Hey, man, you know what I mean?
So we grew up eating, you know what I mean?
That's the thing, and I deviated from the plan. I got a bit colonized and found some Western foods instead, which I started to love. But now I'm missing the traditional foods of my time, and that's what it reminds me of. So why do you ask, by the way?
Because, like, when it comes to winter, we tend to have, you know, the more, like, hearty, homely foods, and I think that's what I love. It's the only thing I love about the season, because I'm a summer boy, you know? I want to be out there, I want to be out, you know,
I see you on the beach,
farms.
young Cabo.
Yeah, doing the things there. Back to the recipe. So what we've got in here is our short rib. I'm just, like, fast-tracking this, so I'm seasoning it in the pan, and we're just going to brown off our meat. So we're going to sear it off. Just to kick
Not fully cooking it though.
No, we just want that brown on there.
Okay.
So we're going to seal in that flavor. And obviously we don't have a lot of time, so I'm not going to let this go all the way. Yes. And then while I do that, I'm going to put you to work. So this is our base, right? So it's the bottom level of our sticky mac and cheese.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is you're going to do the actual mac and cheese. But have you ever made a white sauce before?
I've made versions of it, and some have been successful, some not so much. So be careful with what you task me with here. Am I making a white sauce? Yo, no pressure, bro. That's like the heart of this entire meal, isn't it?
So don't mess it up.
Talk to me about how
it's something else.
Talk to me about how I'm putting this together.
Okay, so it's quite simple. So what you're going to do is we're going to swap over here. You're going to go into that pan for me.
Is that pan on?
I'll put it on for you.
Okay, maybe I'm going to pop it over here so it's easier for me to get the ingredients in first. Then I'll put it on the pan.
But you're going to need it on the heat before you do anything.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Do as the chef would do.
So what you're going to do is I'm going to pop it on for you.
Yeah, thank you. So what's going in there at the moment so we can talk about it? We got
So you're going to go with your butter.
Yeah.
So first melt your butter for me.
Butter's going in there.
And with a white sauce you can make so many things. So you can flavor your butter. You can if you wanted to make, like, put some garlic in there, you could do all of those types of things.
So get your herbs and spices game on when you're putting the white sauce together.
Yeah. I'm going to just fast track this because otherwise we'll be busy with this meat for 10 minutes.
I don't think that's a bad thing if you are in your own kitchen. Obviously, we're out here on your Feel Good Breakfast, so we're going to give you a recipe. But you want to take your time with this at home, right?
100%. And the winning part of this is low and slow. You want to cook this for as long as possible. You want that meat to come off the bone. And what we'll do later, we'll show you, is actually take it off the bone. But that's already been done for us because, you know, Tiffany loves us a lot.
So this is pre-deboned.
No.
Well, it's going to
Once
be
it's going to be cooked.
Oh, wow. Yo, we got the whole community out here putting this meal together. I love it.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on. So while you're doing your white sauce, you're going to melt that. And then once that's melted, you're going to add in the flour. And you're going to whisk that, right? But you're going to remove it from the heat because you don't want your flour to burn. You're going to cook it just a little bit, and then you're going to slowly start adding your milk.
Okay. So this is white sauce is quite important. You've got to pay attention.
And it's not that difficult, man.
As long as you're present.
Cooking is a love language, I feel. And you need to take your time. You're going to put it in with baking especially also, right? They always say you cook with your emotions, you bake with your emotions.
Yeah.
So if you're going to come in, you're going to be like, oh, I'm stressed about this. People
They're going to taste that stress in your
They're
meal.
going to taste it.
That's the secret to our moms and parents cooking. It was all I love that they
And they
put
always
into the
say
meal.
you don't measure the spices. You just the ancestors must
Feel.
tell you.
The ancestors will guide you.
100%. So what I've done here, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to ask you on the malt and the butter. We want to get a full malt here before
You
we
want
add
it to be melted,
a
yes.
flour in. Okay, cool.
So you
Patience.
calm over there. You
Patience,
stay
yeah.
calm over there. To this, I'm going to add my tomato paste. I've got my onions, my garlic in there. To that, I'm going to add some tomato paste. Just let that cook through, let the tomato paste become a bit fragrant.
Okay.
And then...
So we're creating like a nice bath of flavor here.
Because we want that sticky ribs, right? So we're going
Yes.
to get the stickiness from the following ingredients. So to this, I'm going to add some balsamic glaze into my pan. And then I'm going to add some soy sauce.
Ooh.
And let that just cook through. So again, you would let your onions go for a little bit longer. These onions have been, sauteing for a little bit, but you want it to go fully like brown and soft and nice.
Well, the mantra, like you said, low and slow. So
100%.
the lower, the slower, the better.
And then to amplify our stickiness, we're going to add in some brown sugar
All right.
and smoked paprika.
This is actually just on its own starting to smell so good.
So good.
And I can see there's a full body, there's spice, there's sweetness, there's character. Yo, this could turn
Mouth is
any meat.
watering
I
already.
think this could turn any
So-
meat into something sensational. Obviously using some premium rib here, but wow, man, I can see how this is going to come together. Baz, just guide me here.
Okay,
the
so now
the
what
butter's
you're gonna
melted.
do-
Okay?
Yes, okay.
Slowly adding this
No,
in.
add it all in and you're going to whisk.
Okay.
So
keep
what
whisking.
you're making is called a roux.
A roux.
Okay, but you must go with the one lamb side out.
I like how you roll your R's. So
At this point,
again,
we
for
can-
me, I'm seeing like a bit of sizzle and bubble here. Is this not
Keep
maybe
going.
too hot? No.
Keep going.
Okay, yes, chef. Yes, chef.
We're going to season that
All right.
and let that just cook through a little bit. You want the flour to cook out first.
Okay.
And then slowly to your mixture, you're going to start adding milk.
Okay.
Right, but you don't want lump, so you're going to add it little by little. I'm going to leave that there for you. And as soon as you start see it going thicker, you add more
Adding
milk.
my milk. All right, so we are on white sauce duty. Baz has just put together
Okay.
the sticky sauce for the rib. I think the rib is going in here now.
It's going
and-
back in.
Woo!
Then what's going to happen is we're going to let that all cook.
Yeah.
I'm just going to grab this piece so it doesn't get left behind.
Yeah.
We want to coat this in our sauce that we made over here.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some stock.
Lots of
To
flavor
this,
coming in here, yeah.
And we're going to close up our pot and we're going to cook this for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
All right, well, Mzansi, we're going to be taking a pause here because obviously there's a lot of vital steps to this recipe and it is looking and smelling incredible. So we're not going to rush perfection here and we are going to be bringing you the end product of this mac and cheese with a sticky rib infusion. Yes, you heard correctly. It's going down right here. And of course, Sebastian Newman is going to finish off all this magic. Don't go anywhere, Mzansi, because it is looking and smelling so good. Nice job, bro. Yeah. Absolutely. While we're having so much fun in the kitchen, let's finish off this incredible meal that we were putting together. Well, not we. It was actually just all Baz.
It was Look how great your mac and cheese turned out.
Actually, it does look good, bro. I must say. So we finished off the white sauce by adding some cheese in, and then the macaroni's gone in
Into there
well.
as well, yes.
What happened with the meat?
The meat is still cooking, but once it's cooked, we'll shred it, take the bone out, shred it. Then we're going to top it off with some cheese just on
So
top
this is the
of
shredded meat that we just pulled out the pot.
beef
Got you.
ribs. Then we're going to pop on some of the macaroni.
Oh, I see.
On top of that.
It's almost like a pie as well. Never mind just like a macaroni and cheese. This is like, add pie to this. This is a mac and cheese, pulled, sticky rib,
Everything you need and like
pie. There's like so much going on.
So that's like that. And then we're going to add some more cheese on the top.
Oh my
And into the
word.
oven, 190 for like 15 minutes.
And then fast forward and
Fast forward,
voila.
we've got this. You're going to grab one and you're going to taste one.
I
So
want
let's
that
hope-
one, bro. That one looks even fresher, but I'm
Let's
going to
hope that
not
we're gonna
complain
keep-
because, hey, it's hot. It looks
is hot.
good. I got to get some of the meat at the bottom here as well. So officially,
Oh, there we've got a nice
Baz,
cheese.
happy weekend. Cheers. Oh, it's hot. Oh, hot. Oh, very hot. Ooh. Apart from the heat, oh my word.
It's
It is
good.
delicious. I'm telling you,
good.
it's a pie, it's mac and cheese, it's sticky rib, it's a flavor sensation. It is warming me from the inside, and it's giving me that hug that you spoke of, Bas. This is incredible.
I'm gonna take this and I'm going back to
Yeah,
bed.
you go do your thing, and I think everybody needs to take this. Get over to Expresso Show and make this recipe because it's absolutely incredible. Like I said, I can't get enough of this, and I know if you make it too, you won't be stopping. You probably want to make 4 times the serving that we've given out to you. So head over to expressoshow.com, find this recipe, and literally bask in this magic. It is incredible. Look at the steam coming off this thing. Mzansi, oh, I'll see you around the corner. I'm going to go tuck into this goodness. Wow. That's good.